Welcome to Splatalot!
Today, we invite 12 death-defying, brave-hearted attackers to take on those dastardly devious defenders as they strive to capture the much treasured Splatalot crown.
Will the defenders succeed in keeping the attackers at bay and preserve the kingdom of Splatalot?
Or will the attackers emerge victorious? Expect tumbling, tilting, teetering, and of course, plenty of splatting. Hi, we're Dick and Dom, and if you've never seen this programme before, then welcome to Splatalot.
Hang on, what if they have seen it before? Are they not welcome?
Well, of course, everyone's welcome, OK?
Oh, right, thank you.
Good, yes, and also, welcome to 12 brave young attackers who are going to take on 3 of the most exciting and challenging courses ever devised.
And on that final course, the bravest of these fine warriors will claim the crown and become the new ruler of Splatalot.
Yeah, here's the first of those challenges.
It's the Splatalot Moat guarding the castle entrance, and this challenge is all about speed.
That's because only the 6 fastest will make it through to the unforgiving Stockade, where 2 more attackers will be ejected. And then it's on to the toughest course of all, where you're welcome to fight for that crown.
And welcome to be splatted for their troubles.
Yeah, can't get more welcoming than that, really. Here's round 1 in more detail. We've rolled out the baffling barrels to get things started. Then it's up to the terrifying rolling mace.
Which isn't as bad as it looks. It's worse. And then you're facing the impossible incline.
It doesn't get any easier as the beastly battle axes are next, often producing the most spectacular splats.
The unfortunately titled Rope Bridge of Disaster is then standing by, and finally the perilous pole vault. Could it get any tougher than this? Yes, it looks like it can. Here are this week's defenders. It's their job to protect that crown. Here's shy retiring Gildar, quietly spoken Kookaburra, and that cheeky bundle of mischief Ballista.
Trust us, you'll get wet.
Wet.
So, time to see if defence is indeed better than attack on the show that was recently named Top Splat Destination by Splat Quarterly.
What, we even beat Splattyland Paris?
Oh, yes. Well, here's our first attacker, Matt, who says he quite likes our little castle. I am here to destroy Splatalot!
Charming. Thought you said he liked us.
Well, off he goes.
Hey, Matt! The only thing that's getting destroyed here is you!
I know you can't see me, but I want you to know when you get around this corner, you're going to see the best-looking defender of this castle.
And Matt's battle cry has just got the defenders even more riled than usual.
He's doing well on the mace, but the impossible incline, well, it's impossible.
And look at that, it gives us our first big splat of the day, which always puts me in a good mood. Splatty-datty ding-dongs.
Onto the battle axes.
How you doing, Matt? You don't mind if I call you Fiona, do you?
Oh, confusing tactics there from Kookaburra.
Indeed, Matt unsure of his footing and equally unsure about being called Fiona, but he's made it to the perilous pole vault.
And, splat mama, into the chicken chow mein, down she goes.
She?
Fiona!
Matt makes it in an amazing 2:42. Oh, McSlippery slapheads!
That is embarrassing, not even part of the course. And he's still falling over. Banana armour.
Well, that was awkward, but he's almost certainly through. Now, here's Geeta.
Ain't nothing but chicken wing!
Well, Geeta seems to be employing a similar tactic to Kookaburra, namely the art of confusion.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. I don't really understand it, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to knock you into the moat.
Ooh, tumbly monkey splats! Yes, well, it was an interesting tactic, but if you confuse the defenders, they just tend to get more angry.
Into the chop suey. Geeta now stepping onto the battle axes. That's it, nice and steady, Geeta. Oh, there she goes. Oh, look at this! She seems to be trying a new tactic.
Yeah, stepping across the base of the axes. Good idea.
No.
Oh, well, actually, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, that was an extremely entertaining round from Geeta and a shake that fang dance at the end.
OK, here's Laura, also struggling with the battle axes.
Stop, Crocky!
Didn't understand that, Laura, and I don't understand this either. Up, down.
Yes, well, I think we'll come back to this later. Here is attacker number 4, Addison.
I'm cooler than everyone else on this show! Yeah!
Oh, dear. If you say you're cool, then doesn't that mean you're not cool?
Well, I don't know, but I think that was pretty cool.
What, it was cool because it wasn't cool, yeah?
All right, how you doing, Addison? You doing all right, mate?
Oh, Kookaburra trying to be all pally.
Oh, that's cool, isn't it?
Oh, mango thwacker, and so was that.
Let me get this straight, then. That was cool because it wasn't cool, but it's cool. It's kind of the opposite of what you mean, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, which is why you're the coolest guy I know.
Oh, thank you.
Hey is what? horses eat, buddy.
Now Kookaburra's one cool customer.
And he's keeping Addison at bay there with that chilled water cannon.
Well put, have another cool point. So Addison makes it home in 4:34.
But he must lose a cool point for that movement. Look at that.
Meanwhile, remember Laura?
She's having one of those up and down rounds.
Meet attacker number 5, Jordan.
Oranges.
Let's celebrate the beauty and majesty of Splatalot by setting Jordan's round to music.
Muck splatter.
Beautiful. Ah, look at that.
Kaboo-boo.
Oh, armpit. So majestic. Oh, she's ruined it.
Load it up again.
Well, Jordan finishes with a cheerleading masterclass from Kookaburra.
But with a time of 11 minutes 2, she really needed a masterclass in Moat challenges.
Thank you, off you go.
Guess what? Here's Laura again.
She also finished in around 11 minutes. Anything is possible, but that time is certainly in the danger zone.
Here's attacker number 6, Ashley.
Yeehaw, indeed.
Hello, Ashley. I'm the mighty Gildar, and I'll be defending the castle this afternoon.
Gildar, charming as ever. But what's this?
It's not working.
Now, what happens now?
The weapon isn't working! It's not my fault! The weapon is not working!
Well, if I were Ashley, I'd get around this course as quick as possible.
So, will this round be allowed?
Apparently so, and it's a good time of 3:33.
Controversial.
Matt is our current leader, but the real time to beat is 11:02 from Jordan. Although Geeta and Laura must be pretty worried about their times too.
Well, that doesn't seem fair on Gildar. It wasn't his fault.
No, well, as I say, a bad defender always blames his, cannon.
Yes, well, I say I wouldn't want to be an attacker in the second half, because those defenders are going to be pretty angry out there.
So, what do we make of the attackers so far?
Well, Matt is obviously someone to look out for. He said that he was here to destroy Splatalot, but then slipped during his victory dance. Castle 1, Matt 0.
Yeah, Ashley also sprinted over the moat, but Gildar's weapon had jammed, so maybe she hasn't been properly tested yet.
Yes, Addison was too cool for school, but Geeta's ain't no thing but a chicken wing battle cry was even cooler.
So we got plenty of characters, but have they got what it takes to rule Splatalot? You know, have we seen our king or queen yet?
Or is our new ruler one of the 6 attackers about to face the Moat challenge?
Well, everything hangs in the balance at this halfway stage. No one's definitely through. No one's been eliminated. It is all to play for.
But at least the 6 remaining attackers now know what they have to beat in order to survive.
Matt is our current leader, but the real time to beat is 11 minutes and 2 seconds from Jordan. Although Geeta and Laura must be pretty worried about their times too.
Kookaburra is back on the water cannon, and Gildar's Splatzuka seems to be working again. So I say the defenders are pretty charged up for this one.
Yes, well, it's a beautiful day to do some splatting, so let's get back to the course. Our next brave attacker is Tyler.
Let's go!
It's time for some slime, attacker.
Now, Tyler's a pretty big guy for his age.
Come on, big boy. Oh, Splat Pants. Yes, he may be, but the barrels are no respecters of size.
I don't think it's much of an advantage on this course.
Tyler! I'm the mighty Gildar! How do you do? Miss! Whoa, no taunting. I didn't miss that time, Tyler.
Oh, Gildar's really got it in for Tyler.
Oh, Wibblepuff, and so's the rolling mace. Down he goes.
Tyler, don't worry about it. 4 million people saw that max.
And now they're going to see us again. Look at that. That is quite a slappy splatty.
There he is. Holy. You look like you could beat Gildar in an arm wrestle. What are you, 25? There's an age limit.
Kookaburra adding insult to the injuries from Gildar and Ballista. They're really ganging up on Tyler.
And now look, he's got to the battle axes. He's got them to contend with.
But he steps calmly and easily over the battle axes and... Oh, piff, paff, poofy, woofy, splats.
Yep, he done all the hard work, and another mighty splat into the egg few young.
Tyler, I think it's because the course is made for like 15-year-olds and you're 25. That's probably why he's finding it hard.
Kookaburra just won't shut up. What's worse, the water cannon or his mouth?
And there he goes. Oh, but the tactic doesn't work and Tyler makes it over.
Great. Okay, well done.
A worthy challenger.
And Tyler makes it in a reasonable time of 5:56.
Yes, well done, sir. That could be good enough.
Here's our next attacker, Michelle.
Forever and always.
Ah, forever and always. That's how I think of me and you, mate.
Me too. And I usually wake up screaming.
All right, a bit harsh.
Michelle, I have a weapon that I'd like to shoot. I can't do that until you climb up.
Factually accurate there from Gildar.
Look at that. What's Michelle got on her feet? Slippers?
I'm sure you've done that gag before.
I'm recycling.
I think that look from Kookaburra says it all, really. And Michelle's not laughing either. Down she goes! And out she goes, as 12-12 is just too slow.
Well, at least Jackie has made it up the slope.
Idiot!
Jackie, hello, my name is Gildar.
Wibbly wobbly splat! Say what you want about Gildar, but he's unusually polite for a bad guy.
Splurgy. Yes, I doubt Jackie thinks he's the perfect gentleman.
Jackie!
Oh, that's all she needs. Kookaburra chipping in.
What's going to happen midway is you're going to fall on your butt, so go on for it. Midway, but
Into the wetness, yes, he was spot on.
put your feathers together.
This is Kooknav, the course as Kookaburra sees it, and he's been steering the attackers towards trouble all day long into the dribbly wetness.
But Jackie has driven straight into the top 6 with a time of 4:19.
Back to the course. Here's attacker number 10. This is Charlie.
Good to be king!
Ooh, he's pumped.
Is that all you got?
Wow, steady on, Charlie.
This could really backfire if he's not careful. Oh, thwacker!
Everybody wants to be a big shot.
Well, that's good coming from Gildar.
And Charlie does well on the mace, but then, like so many, he overshoots on the impossible incline and Splatty something or other into the sweet and sour sauce.
Ladies and gentlemen, leave this to me. Kook's my name and Splat's my game, brother man. Yeah, sprint it, buddy.
Wet. Oh, liquid lava! And after that build-up, that was going to happen.
A textbook attack from Kookaburra, which brings us to a new section of the show I like to call Kook in his cannon.
Let's do it, mate. Love is in the air.
Dribbly wet.
Wetty Splatty.
Poor Charlie. Could it get any wetter for the attackers out there?
Yes, it could. Allow me to introduce Kook in his cannon, the weather edition. Yes, somewhere in that torrential rain is our next attacker, Wesley.
Sam Scratchy Potatoes!
All this moisture.
Well, who knows what Wesley said. We've all got water clogging up our ears.
You don't have to check out Niagara Falls now. You've already been here.
Do you think all that water will affect his grip?
Oh, there's your answer.
Oh, I've just thought of another one.
Oh, please, no.
Allow me to introduce Kook in his cannon, the musical edition with Alex.
All the way!
Well, I hope you know what you're doing. This one had better be worth it.
Oh, it's raining. It's raining. It's raining in...
What a voice. Well, I don't think it'll be number 1, but it certainly had a strong message.
So is this turned into Splatalot's Got Talent or something? Sploshingtons!
Thank you, my name's the Kookaburra. I'll be here all night, thank you.
And let's thank his co-stars, Charlie, who's through to the next round, Wesley, who's also through, and Alex, who sadly isn't. That's Splat business.
OK, any more special sections?
Nope.
Good. Can we reveal the top 6?
Yeah.
Matt, Ashley, Charlie, Wesley, Jackie and Addison.
The Prodigy. Oh, I've just thought of another one. It's Kook and his...
Phone pie, eh? Yeah, I like it. Here's what's coming up in round 2. Yes, it's the foam-filled Stockade with a new batch of defenders.
And a gangload of thwacks, splashes, and, of course, splats.
Wow, what an amazing first round. Matt is still in the lead, but Ashley and Charlie are close behind. But what about Kookaburra and his cannon? What about Gildar and his broken Splatzuka? And if that wasn't enough...
That's quite enough, thank you, dear. Here's a reminder of the 6 attackers who have made it through. We have Matt, Ashley, Charlie, Wesley, Jacqueline, and Addison. Oh, nice splat there. So let's remind ourselves how they got here. The 6 fastest qualified from round 1, yes? But now everyone starts from scratch, OK? And only 4 will make it through to the final, where someone will claim the crown and a woolen sock.
A sock? Stock. Because it's time for the Stockade.
You're right.
The attackers start off strapped to the disorientating wheel of certain doom.
Once disorientated, they head to the ladder rungs and build their ladders to escape.
But those rungs don't just fit any old slot, so it's not that easy.
Then they have to make it to the top of the wheel, where they will find 4 flags, which means only 4 attackers will survive the Stockade.
Yes, at the end of this round, 2 more attackers will be thrown out of Splatalot. As they say, rules is rules.
Shouldn't that be rules are rules? You see, it's plural.
Well, I don't know, I don't make the rules.
No. And these guys don't keep to them. It's the Defenders. She's only happy when she's snappy. It's Crockness. Followed by the prickly and spiky Thorn. And finally, our armour-clad baddie Nitrous.
I'm crying!
So there they are, all strapped in and about to get very messy indeed. To help you follow the action, Matt is in the blue helmet, Wesley's in the black, Ashley's about to get unrecognisable, Jacqueline's hanging in there, Addison's actually smiling, and Charlie is frozen rigid.
So, here comes the foam.
Nitrous makes the turntable extra slippery today.
Well, she's in one of her funny moods.
When you say funny...
I mean scary. Hey, there off, and Charlie's the first to grab a rung.
Have some of that.
Look at that, that's quick. He's got his first rung in place.
Time for you to shower up a bit.
Thorn proving to be extremely accurate with the water cannon. A back splat for Jacqueline.
Slow them down.
Of course, the natural progression for a defender like Thorn is into foam, but Nitrous looks like she'll be keeping the job for a while.
Oops! Well, it's now too messy to know who's in the lead. Who'd be a commentator, eh?
Well, we are.
Oh, yeah.
Crockness has something for you.
Now, a classic error there from Wesley. Don't look up when the defender's above you. Oh, whacker right in the... Ooh, splat into that arm.
Hey, you on the turntable. I've got a present with your name in it right here.
Well, at least Addison took your advice. He didn't look up, and just as well. A direct splat from Thorn.
Well, it's still chaos out there. But what's this?
These guys are making me angry.
Oh, and Thorn doesn't want to be the butt of his joke, but Ashley suffers and Matt escapes.
Splat you. It's the next part of that. Splat.
Not as easy as it seems, is it?
To be honest, it never seemed easy to begin with, love.
Hello there.
Jacqueline now the ladder, but so is Crockness. Wesley is also being swatted in the face by Thorn, but he is the first to finish his ladder.
Look at that, slimy. Yes, he's way out in front, but that generally means you just get more attention from the defenders.
So the competition is heating up, and Wesley is the first to grab a flag.
The rest just seem happy to take a few more knocks, tumbles, and splats.
Wesley now climbing the ladder, and despite the attention from Crockness and Thorn, he is the first to finish.
But that still doesn't stop Thorn giving him a thorough sliming. Monosodium and glutamate.
So, 3 flags and 5 attackers remain. It's just got that little bit tougher.
Addison is the next to take a flag, and off he goes towards his ladder and Thorn.
Seems like I've got to motivate you some more. Come on! You'd think you'd given up already.
Now, what was Thorn thinking? He taunts Ashley and misses Addison completely. So, 2 attackers are now through.
Looks like Matt is making his move now, and yes, he's got the 3rd flag.
Ashley, having screamed at Thorn earlier, is now being pummeled by the annihilating arm.
Ouch! Ow! Ow! Curse plunge, great splat.
Matt climbs the ladder, but Nitrous is there to grate him.
Looks like your face needs a bit of a clean, mate.
Thorn's put-down's not quite as deadly as his water cannon skills yet.
Yeah, well, try telling that to his face.
Yeah, baby!
And Matt's now at the top, so just 1 flag remains. Charlie is out there, so is Ashley. And Jacqueline makes 3.
Easy pickings now for the defenders.
Charlie has the last flag in his sights, and he's got it!
Oh, and Ashley's given up, look at that.
Jackie is still building her ladder, but there's no point because Charlie has claimed the 4th and final spot.
I'm the king.
And he's pretty happy about it.
So are the others, look at that. They seem to be doing a strange dance, perhaps inspired by some tea towels drying in the wind.
What? Anyway, we say goodbye to the girls, which means we are now left with Wesley, Addison, Matt, and Charlie.
So 12 became 6, 6 became 4, 4 will soon become 1, and then 1, and then 1.
And then one shuts up before one makes an even bigger fool of oneself, yes?
You sound like the Queen.
No Queen this week. But coming up in our all-male final, find out who's got to Gildar.
What are we doing? Just giving away crowns?
Hey, ever since Gildar broke his Splatzuka, there's been nervous tension in the air.
Or it could have been those Scotch eggs I had for lunch.
Yeah. Actually, do you think a Scotch egg would actually be quite a useful weapon against the attackers?
Nah, it's too light. I bet they don't even fly straight.
So, what a tournament so far. 12 attackers started the first round, then the fastest 6 moved on to the Stockade.
And now we are left with 4 amazing finalists.
And potentially one of the most exciting tournaments we've ever had here on Splatalot. I mean, I have to say...
I was right. They don't fly straight, do they? Here's a reminder of our remaining attackers. Addison, Matt, Charlie, and Wesley. As ever, it's a combination of skills that will lead to victory. Courage, speed, strength, and mental toughness. They need to stare terror in the face and... Oh, sorry, I think I just stared terror in the face.
No, you're right. It's just our reflection in the camera lens. It looks like it's... Ugh!
Oh, talking of terror, here are the defenders. All 6 will be joining forces to take down the 4 remaining attackers.
Let's look at the course. They start with a pole drop into the funky foam.
Then it's onto the teeters and over the barrier to the bouncy boys.
Then it's just the water wall that separates them from the Splatalot crown. So here's how they line up. Matt is on the far left, Addison and Wesley in the middle, and Charlie far right.
Here come the defenders.
Defense!
Defense!
Yeah, a bit obvious considering they're defenders.
Defense!
There's the klaxon, and we're off into the funky foam.
And the defenders wasted no time with the slime. Splat, 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 splat.
Time for a shower!
Do you think Kookaburra ever shuts up? They're onto the teeter-totters, and the tottering has already started!
But the defenders need to look out for Addison and Wesley. Wesley, in fact, look! He's almost over the barrier.
I do love the fog of war.
Here comes the fog, but there goes Wesley with a giant leap onto the buoy.
Wow, he was like a leopard, a jaguar, and a cougar rolled into one.
Don't forget your favourite.
Oh, and a orangutan, yes.
Matt and Charlie still struggling on the teeters. And there goes Addison, not too buoyant.
It's time for slime.
Look at that accurate splatting from Crockness.
And it's time for the water wall to start waterwalling. Thorn clouding the issue there, and Matt teetering on the edge.
Oh, split, splat, splot. It's not a booking bronco contest, Matt.
They're getting away! The crowd! The crowd! They're getting the crowd!
I don't see you doing anything about it.
I am working on it.
Gildar and Thorn bickering, and once again, it allows the attackers to make some more ground.
I have to do everything myself around here. That's how it's
All
done.
police are there putting the boys in their place.
Charlie and Matt still haven't made it over the teeters, but Wesley is now climbing the wall.
Oh, and Charlie finding the barrier of all barriers, a barrier too far.
Thorn is focusing his fog on Matt, but it looks like Wesley is going to make it. The defenders can't do anything about it now.
Look, 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 look. He's there. He has the crown and is our new champion.
What are we doing? Just giving away crowns? I might as well go up there, get the crown, and hand it to them myself!
Someone's a little overtired.
Yes, I think Gildar needs to spend some time on the naughty step.
He calls that a happy dance.
What?
This is a happy dance.
Is it?
This?
Oh dear, Kookaburra's trying to go to his happy place. That outburst from Gildar has sent the defenders into a tailspin.
It's almost too sad to watch. The fact remains, though, that Wesley is the champion and the new king of Splatalot.
Ha! Now that was something else, huh? The attackers have been playing mind games with the defenders all day, huh? And it looks like the defenders totally lost it.
Well, I suppose that's one way of putting it.
Yeah, well, come on, admit it. The defenders were gibbering wrecks. And the attackers, they can be proud. Their great-great-great-great-great-grandparents will be proud. And Wesley, for winning, he deserves more than just a crown. He deserves a boiled egg with meat around it, soap on a rope, and a big, fat, pickled wally.
Here's Splat of the Day.
Well, as you'd expect, there were plenty of contenders today. We've had
Tumbles, drops, splooshes, juicings, leaps, lunges, and victories.
Yes, and during his victory dance, Matt got a little carried away with his choreography.
Ouch. Well, it sums it all up, really, doesn't it? The Splat of the Day was an unassisted fall. Nothing to do with the defenders, eh, Kookaburra? Ha-ha. And good night.
Back to the more impressive tale of Wesley's path to glory.
Which started with that battle cry.
No, something about potatoes, I don't know.
Sounds scratchy, ones. Anyway, he got through round 1, was the first out of the Stockade, and led from start to finish in round 3. The champion.
Well, we'll have plenty more splats for you soon, guaranteed.
But for now, we'll leave you with Wesley and the flag ceremony. See you next time.
I'm the king of the castle.